touches in this game.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Michigan! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Presley. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Going for it net deep in your own end, just outsmarting yourself. Offense set up, 1st and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Wolverines!
How about the day for this young player? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. You might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. You can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. To the air, it's King. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Robinson. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Going up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Presley. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Catch in the middle. It's Webster. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. He's going to pass. Getting a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Let's see what he can do with the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Great job by the DB seeing where the ball's going and breaking it. And I know that sounds stupid. Of course, he's supposed to do that. But a lot of times the angles you take are sometimes compromised and leaves you giving up big plays. Nice job going straight to the football and swatting it on the ball.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pulls it in. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run play action. He'll take the deep shot. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Oh, he's looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He's got it down the left. Off he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he got loose, it was all over. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire.
Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14.
He'll bring it out. It's Presley. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Mayfield. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires on the move. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Just 1 for 3 on 4th down today, but they'll try to move those chains with this play. Movement here from the tight end. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. And you saw it right there.
That's caught. It's Presley. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. A lot of urgency for this offense.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The play action fake. Grab near the marker. It's Burden. Open space at the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Haynes. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
The jet sweep pass. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Michigan 24.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. DBs will try to keep everything in front. They're trying to get to him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Throws to the tight end. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Looking downfield, it's King. Pocket starts to collapse. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
The Tigers want to move quickly. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the... They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Off-play action. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this offense is trying to make something happen. They're down later in the game, but this defense is having none of it. 2 sacks in a row.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with a loss.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the 1st down.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Looking to throw, it's King. It's complete to the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Fires to the middle. He's got it. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. LSU right back to the line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. And that ball is picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good